Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we're back again with the Fender Micro headphone amp here, and today I'm going to try the in-ear monitors that I have by Shure. Surprisingly enough, I don't have a review on these in-ear monitors. Thought I did. I guess I'll have to do that next. Anyways, you're not going to hear anything, but I am. So the idea here is to let you guys know what it sounds like with a set of in-ear monitors. Now these are about well, when I bought them they were $130. I'll check and see if there's current pricing. Either way, I thought, well, we need to test this and see what you think. Well, what I think anyways, and then let you know. Now I did try them with I did try this amp with dollar store headphones, the extra bass model, and I won't say that they were the greatest experience. So probably, yeah, you're not gonna really enjoy the whole dollar store headphone deal being plugged into this amplifier. So anyway, let's try this and see what we get. I'm gonna try a clean channel first, and then of course dirty channel, and have the volume about half blast and then full blast and see what I think, and then I'll let you know. Okay, full blast now. Okay, I'm going to use the Metal 2000 amp because it's pretty gritty. Started out at half. Full blast time. So one last thing is I want to go all the way to the negative side of the EQ because you do get 6 choices. So I find the negatives are actually a little bit more pronounced. Alright, that was a deafening experience. Holy cow. Can this little amp ever get flippin' loud in your head? So if you really want to rock out, yeah, throw some tunes in there, via Bluetooth and play along with your favorite songs, even in full blast, it's pretty clean. And the EQ setting I last used, you've got 6 choices of EQs, okay, on this thing. And so you've got 3 positive, 3 to the negative, obviously. And I find that the negative side, when you go the backward side, they're a lot more there. They're more pronounced. They're more available. They're more, you can hear them audibly a lot better. But anyways, we're still figuring stuff out a little bit here and there with this sucker. Yeah, I'm getting more and more impressed. I still definitely say it's a pretty decent unit. If you haven't heard what this thing sounds like yet, because the whole idea of this video is actually for me to hear it through a set of headphones, in this case some decent Shure in-ear monitors. I think I paid about 130 bucks for these new. Can't remember if that was the sale price or what it was, but if there is current pricing, I'll throw the link in the ad below, or in the ad below. Okay, look, it's like 10 to 6 in the morning, okay? So, but I'll throw the link in the video description below. If you live in Canada, of course, along McQuaid. Otherwise, you know, check out Amazon, check out your local guitar store that carries Shure products. Now, those are single driver models, so they're Shure's least expensive version, and I originally bought those for the purpose of in-ear stuff, because it makes recording music so much better. You can use those things on anything. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're, well, actually I don't have a comparison against Apple earbuds, but definitely any other earbuds I have listened to, and that I do actually still have, those are definitely better, because they are really high grade for the price. But this little Fender Mustang Micro is seriously kicking some butt. Again, if you haven't heard this amp on my channel yet, I do have a review demo video where I plugged them into my Mackie CR5 speaker so that you guys could actually hear it, and I could too, and we could record it right to the camera this way, direct. I've also used this in a wireless setup for yesterday's video, where I actually plugged an 1/8 to 1/4 inch adapter in, stereo adapter, with my Sennheiser wireless. And this way I could use the amps in here to go to any amplifier I want to plug into. And that includes the routing that I have from my pedal board direct into my mixing board, which goes into my USB interface, so I could record using these amps. Because all the different Fender amps they have in here, it's kind of like, well, if you've already got them already, as long as you balance out your signal on here properly and don't overdrive it at the other end, make sure it's clean, because you can gain control, right? You can do some awesome recordings and have a variety of amplifiers at your fingertips, and not have to go out and buy the full-size versions, you know what I mean? Right? So I think I'm definitely going to get a fair bit of use out of this thing after all, more than what I thought I initially would. However, with the in-ear monitors, it is very nice. You don't have to buy super expensive ones, but I would recommend at least, you know, spending at least $100, $120 bucks, $130 range on a set of in-ears, because then you get something that's some decent quality, even for a single driver unit, because you want that quality of reproduction sound, obviously, because you want to hear, is that a Champion amp or whatever it is, right? That's on the list. The 2 amps that I used was Metal 2000. And the first one was the 65 Twin that says plus compressor. Now both had only the large hall reverb, which actually on default settings sounds really good. And you can change the settings obviously for your reverbs and your other effects to kind of manipulate them a little bit anyways. But you know, you've got a 65 Deluxe, a 57 Twin, 60s British, and the list goes on. And yeah, so you've got 12 amps, you've got 12 sets of effects in this thing. And yeah, I think through the in-ear for private listening, even I'll be using them more, because obviously it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning, nobody's awake. Well, I think my wife, I just saw her get up. But I mean, otherwise nobody else is awake, and like, you know, so it's great to not disturb people, because all you hear is just this, right? Because that's all you guys heard. And you can do that at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and not disturb anybody, so it's kind of cool. But it's also really cool with the in-ears because you hear so much more with in-ears than you'll ever hear with headphones. But like I said, I did try the dollar store headphones, and I really wasn't impressed with the sound quality of them. For video games on a computer, those headphones from the dollar store are actually perfectly fine. But when it comes to this sort of thing, yeah, you're going to want some good headphones, right? So if you're going to go the headphone way, probably spend a half decent buck on them, you know what I mean? But I mean, this unit here, you're looking at 150 bucks Canadian for the Fender Micro. And as far as the rest of it goes, like I said, I mean, I've had those in-ear monitors for a couple of years now, and they work fantastic. They sounded absolutely awesome on this thing. I was like, wow, even at half blast, that was like super loud. You know, and at full blast it was like, oh. But cool though. Anyways, so that's my little bit of a tidbit for you guys on you know, using, you know, in-ear monitors. The model number of these will be listed, of course, in the title, as well as, like I said, if I can find a current price, they'll be in the description box below, and you can check them out. So you kind of got to take somebody's word at it when it comes to in-ear monitors, because they're the ones listening to them, and they can hear them, you can't. But I mean, I've had these things, I've used them for doing recording here in the studio, I've used them in other areas as well. Doing this, friggin' fantastic sound quality out of those in-ears for single driver units. But of course, the more drivers the better, but chick-ching baby, the price tag goes astronomical. Anyways, in the meantime, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one. See ya.